Hi guys, I'm going to do another Thanksgiving card, and I'm using something I don't typically use. I watch Tracy of Gift Basket Appeal. Those of you that's been with me a while, you know that I just absolutely love her and her videos. She is so clever. One of the things that she likes to use is napkins for either embellishments for her cards or entire card fronts. She puts them on she decoupages them onto bottles and things like that. She's so stinking clever. I had never thought about using a napkin on a card front or as an embellishment until I started watching her videos, and she makes everything look so easy. So I thought, you know what? I've seen some pretty napkins at Dollar Tree, and I want to give it a try. These guys are the guys that I saw and absolutely fell in love with. How pretty is that beautiful pumpkin? That's the big one. I think it's a 6x6 or an 8x8. And then this is the, longer, more traditional napkin that you would think of. I don't know how to phrase it. These are 13 by 15 and 3/4 inch, and these are overall 13 by 13. Anyway, this one has the smaller pumpkin, which is perfect for like little embellishments for the card. Now, I cut out this little tendril here and was going to keep it with it, but it was just so spindly, and once I cut off the yellow from it, because leaving the yellow on it did not look right, so once I cut that off, I was bending it everywhere. So I gave up on that and just cut it off. And I also shortened the stem, because here's another one with a longer stem on it. So what I did was I stuck them to cardstock using just regular glue stick. This is the glue stick that I like to use. I get them from Target, and I just like these so much better than the Elmer's. I don't know why. For me, they seem like they stick better. Just personal preference, Use what works for you. This is a gift bag that I got from Dollar Tree. And in the gussets, as you can see where the fold is, you can do a couple of things. Don't throw the gussets out. You can iron them, like put a towel over them and on low heat, iron out this crease so that you can still use that as a full panel, or you can cut all them elements out. I've done that with several of them. Like I have this little pumpkin here that I cut out, and then I have some of the leaves, and then I think that's supposed to be a golden apple. Anyway, doesn't matter. I cut out several of those elements, or you could, without bothering with ironing, you could use each side of this to make like different embellishments. So don't throw them out. This bag is so stinking pretty, I had to buy 2 of them, because it comes in a package of 2, but you get that one as your second one. I would prefer to have 2 of these guys. Anyway, I'm using that second one today. This piece is part of a 16 by 20. It was made by DCWV. I got it from Tuesday Morning. This is one of those glitter papers that does not shed glitter, so I absolutely love it. Doesn't matter how you cut it. You can die cut it. It still doesn't lose any glitter. Absolutely love it. But the package was 16 by 20. It had 4 different colors in it, 2 of each color, and it was $5.99, which sounds kind of expensive, except that it was 16 by 20. You can get several panels out of a 16 by 20. I have a little edge here that needs to go. Anyway, the colors were orange, mint green, red, and hot pink. And they're absolutely beautiful. So I cut this at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then this guy I cut at 4 by 5. because, well, other than stamp sets, I have been buying some stamp sets. It's just ridiculous to continue to buy the newest, greatest thing, you know, when you're not using what you have. Kind of like my little folder that has dies in it. I hardly ever use dies. I don't know. It was one of those things that I really, really, really wanted, and then I got it, and it's like kind of a pain to dig everything out, and then I feel ungrateful because I feel that way, you know. And I was able to buy my die cutter and all of that stuff because of a Christmas gift that my husband had given me. So I feel less guilty, but I still feel guilty for not using it as much as I should. But I thought about doing a destash of some of the stamp sets that I've bought and never used. The Fisker stamp presses that like I said, I've used maybe a couple of times. A couple of punches that I don't use that I just had to have and thought I would love, and then turns out, nope, not so much. Wait a minute, where was I going to stick my leaves? See, I got to talking, and let's put 2 up here. And 1 down here. This 2-sided tape that I used is super, super strong. So I'm not going to lay it down anywhere, because if I do, then I'll never get it picked back up. It'll be stuck to my table. Easy peasy. Let's do the green one. See, and recently I ordered the Marvy jewel picker. I think I'm going to use this burgundy one. From Oriental Trading. And I've never had any trouble with them ever until that order. They've always taken a long time for stuff to be delivered, but I thought, okay, that's no big deal, you know. But I've ordered a whole bunch of brads and things like that from them, buttons, brads, etc. And I've never had any trouble with them. Well, I ordered that Marvy jewel picker, and 3 months later I still had not received it. So I posted a review on their website saying, you know, I've never had any trouble with this company until I ordered this, and it's 3 months later and I still haven't received it. Do you know within a week I received one? Because they asked me if I wanted a refund, which was great, or if I wanted the jewel picker, and I said, well, I'd really rather have the jewel picker. That's why I ordered it. Within a week, I received one after waiting 3 months for it. Anyway, I got it. So then, because their customer service is usually so good, I couldn't figure out why it had taken so long. It was irrelevant at that point. But they sent me a $10 gift card. Because I told them, I'm sorry, after this I will never order from you guys again. So now I have this $10 gift card that I'm not going to use, that I don't know what to do with. Because I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but I don't want to be frustrated with something taking 3 months to get, whether it's from a gift card or I ordered it myself, you know. Or paid for it myself, whichever. Alright, put those over there. Really want... Do I want to pop that up on foam? Yeah, let's do that. Also, this was something I was going to share with you guys and forgot the other day. I buy these small foam rolls from usually either Dollar Tree or Dollar General. At Dollar General, they're like $1.25 a roll. And at Dollar Tree, they're obviously $1 everything there is. But I saw on somebody's video the other day, and I can't remember her name, that they have these huge foam rolls that look like this one, but they're huge, like the Scotch 3M foam roll, the big one. They have one on Amazon that's a giant roll like that that's only $10. And the girl that I was watching swears by it. She said that it works as good as the Scotch for a fraction of the cost. I haven't ordered it yet, but it's in my cart to order. I just haven't been back on Amazon. Here it went. So I'm going to give it a try. And if I can find that link and remember it, there's my trouble, remembering things. If I can remember that girl's name or find it, then I'll let you guys know. I'd really kind of like to try it before I put a link or anything in there, just to make sure that it works at least as good as this one does. I know this one's super sticky, that's why I keep buying it. And I don't need a gigantic roll, but for $10 I'll give it a try. Let's see. Kind of see that. Not too bad though. Since I put this on cheap cardstock. I want to make sure I put plenty of foam on there that it doesn't collapse it. So yesterday was my son's 24th birthday. It was a rough day. It was, because every year for his birthday, I have made him an ice cream cake, and first thing in the morning gone and knocked on his door and, sang happy birthday to him. And it was just the routine, the habit. And without thinking, I went strolling that direction yesterday morning, and he doesn't live here anymore. It just kind of deflated me first thing in the morning. I was like, no, I don't like this. I like that he's getting used to having his own place, and it's feeling like home, like I told him it would. I told him, once you get things that you like on the walls and you surround yourself with things that you like, it becomes your home. I said the difference between your apartment and my home, that's always been your home, is the things that I have hung on the walls. You walk through, it feels like home. Why? Because it's the same thing you've seen for how many years. So you have to create your environment. I said, my mom's home has always felt like home. Why? Because of the things that she surrounds herself with that have always been there all my life. I said, that's the difference. And you get used to. And he's learning to cook some things. He's vegetarian. And he's learned some different wraps to make and things like that. Now, he did come over one day, and he had a great big gash in his hand. And he wasn't even going to mention it to me. I was in the bathroom, and I came out, and he was doctoring his hand, which that was one thing I made sure that he had in his apartment was a first aid kit and I don't know what's going on in my throat. A first aid kit, bandages, alcohol, peroxide, the standard. I made sure he had all of those things. But I came out of the bathroom and he was doctoring his hand. I said, "What are you doing there?" He said, "Oh, I cut myself last night." And I said, "How bad is it, son?" "It was pretty bad." He had together good enough that it closed it back up, but it was still pretty deep. You could tell. So I asked him what happened. And he was telling me, so I schooled him on what not to do so that you don't chop your hand off. I said, "I could swear I told you those things." And he said, "Yeah, I was just trying to hurry." Because he cooks his meals for the week, because he takes his lunch to work instead of buying in their cafeteria or going somewhere. Because again, he's vegetarian, and there's a lot of things that he's pretty finicky with. So, I'm real proud of him that he does that he does fix himself some good meals that are healthy or healthier. I'm going to use this off-white cardstock to do my sentiment on, and I'm just going to use this little Happy Thanksgiving. I could heat emboss it and do it in copper. Yeah, let's try that. Why not? I don't do that often enough either. It was something that just had to have and then hardly use. That's my handmade anti-static powder tool. Then I need this guy, and where is my little... There it is, right in front of me. So yeah, I said to him yesterday evening, because he came over for dinner and to open up his gifts and stuff, and this last week and a half really have been kind of a rough one with the weather changes, and then my doctor's office messed up on one of my medications, and this is all kinds of wonky. What's the deal? And then last weekend I ended up in the emergency room because I had caught a stomach bug, and they ended up keeping me overnight, which I wasn't even going to tell him about that because I knew I was going to be going home the next day. Oh, he was all kinds of mad at me. I did end up telling him, but I also knew that he would want to come up there. It was the middle of the night. And he did, and he was there till 6 a.m., so neither one of us got any rest. This little stamp set was in a paper pumpkin kit from I don't know when. I bought it on eBay, so I don't have a clue when it came from, but it's cute. I like it because of two of the sentiments that's on there about calories and not counting for the holidays and things like that. I'll tell you in just a minute. Oh man, I just stuck my hand in that. I don't think I got that stamped very well. This one says, there's no such thing as too much pie. And then this one says, holiday calories don't count. That's what that's what got me on that stamp set. I'm going to try this again. Because I can kind of see that, but not real well. And maybe I just didn't push down hard enough. Usually I push down too hard. Coffee filter. We have had the most beautiful fall weather. We've had rain, which we needed, but we've had gorgeous fall weather for the last week and a half, and oh my gosh, I'm so living for it. Yeah, see, I didn't get that one very well. That's alright, I got the one above it. Well, I don't know, maybe I just didn't put enough powder on there. Let's try it. And I have some little stamp sets that I picked up at Joann Fabric that I'm going to do a giveaway. And I'd said once I got to 750, then I would do a giveaway. I said either 750 or 1,000. And I passed 750. So I think I am going to do a small giveaway of a couple of tiny stamp sets that I picked up at Joann Fabric. I think to make this pop, I am going to use Spiced Marmalade Distress Ink around it. Do I want to do that, or do I want to use Vintage Photo? Let's just use the Vintage Photo. This is how my brain works. It's a scary place sometimes. I start thinking I know what I want to do, and then midstream change my mind, which is not necessarily a good thing. Now I need one of these little dubers. I thought about buying these in full size, these distress inks. I don't like the oxides. Let me say that. And it's nothing against the oxides for, some people really like them. I don't. And the reason that I don't is I don't like that chalky finish that they have. I got a little powder where I didn't want it, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to use my Nuvo drops over it. I don't know that I'll be able to fix that spot. We'll try it. Anyway, I don't like the chalky finish because I thought about buying them. That, and I prefer these small 1-inch squares. And the oxides are in a full size. Oh my goodness, I've had these little regular distress inks for going on 2 years, and they're still real juicy because I forget to use them. One of those, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind things. I'm going to banner cut the end on this, and then I'll finish inking it. Anyway, there are some people that really like the oxides, but I haven't personally tried them. I know what I've seen in other people's videos, and I don't like that chalky look to them. Alright, let's see if I can get this done real quick before my battery dies again. So here's my little banner. I'm going to stick it down right there, and then I took some jute twine, tied myself a little bow that I'm going to put on this pumpkin, and then I'll cut the little tails down, and I'm going to use my art glitter glue for both of those. On my little banner here, I'm going to run it all the way out to the edge of the glitter paper. So there we go. I'm going to quit rattling so I can finish charging my battery. It died on me. I think it turned out really cute. What do you guys think? It's all the fall colors that you could possibly want. I'm not going to put anything on the inside because I'm going to handwrite a message. The only other thing that I'm going to do is I always write on the back who made the card and when I made it. And I have stamps that say handmade by and handcrafted by, but I always forget to get them out, and it's just as easy for me to, since I'm getting a pen out, to write my name on it anyway. Just handwrite it, and then I put the year that I made the card. So there. Simple enough. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day and a glorious tomorrow. Bye, guys.